And welcome back to another episode of The Credit Authority. And I'm so excited that you're
I'm
here.
excited.
And you know what? Because we've had this, we've had a previous mishap when we had you in the studio.
We did.
We lost your footage.
We lost the best footage. Let's not say the footage. We lost the best footage ever shot.
So let me just tell everybody who you are. Besides the fact that you are my friend, you are the amazing Pocket Pete.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to my show, The Credit
Thanks
Authority.
for having me.
Again. Okay. So I'm going to try to keep this professional because you and I have this chemistry of banter and back and forth. But what I want to focus on today is entrepreneurship. Because as much as you may be Pocket Pete and you may be awesome, probably not as awesome as I am, but I have a few more years on you.
I'll take it.
In all fairness. But you were created, you were born into being an entrepreneur. And I think that it takes life events to really sometimes allow somebody to experience entrepreneurship. So tell us a little bit about how you got involved in the real estate and the investment market and what led you to getting there.
Yeah, so one, I think you're exactly right. I think there is a certain part of entrepreneurship that is ingrained in a person and the rest can be developed. And some people like myself fall into it. So I was an iron worker at the time before in my past life. For those of you who don't know, those are the guys, you ever see a picture of the guys sitting on a beam over Rockefeller Center? Those are iron workers. So I helped build bridges and buildings. I did very heavy construction. And I thought I was going to be the president of Local 361. My goal, and it was very entrepreneurial, was to just take that thing over. But while I was walking across a beam on Citi Field, I fell 18 feet. I broke my ankle, my leg, my back, and my career ended that day. They actually used a crane to lift me up off the second highest point of the stadium, and I was on the pitcher's mound at Citi Field. And that was my last day as an iron worker. And I spent about 3.5 years going through surgeries. I walked with a cane for many years. And during that time, I had to figure out how to reinvent myself. And I reinvented myself during the financial crisis. So it was a time to really delve into why this thing was happening. And I ordered textbooks from Harvard and Yale University. At the time they had on iTunes that you could go to Yale and Harvard and actually watch their economics classes. So I sat with a cast on my leg watching Econ 101 at Harvard University. So during that period of time, I taught myself how to be an entrepreneur, how to see the world differently. And I gravitated towards real estate. And I made a lot of mistakes along the way to get where I am, which is what entrepreneurship is.
100%. And we've had this conversation with other entrepreneurs where we say, well, you're lucky.
Right. No.
He's just, he hit it right. Yeah. He's just a lucky guy. So I think people fail to recognize what goes into being an entrepreneur. And I know that you and I have had plenty of conversations about 18-hour days, 7 days a week, family sacrifice, brainstorming, developing new friends, because you have to have people with you that grow with you.
That's right.
Right? That's how you and I got to know each other.
And we're growing together.
And we are. And I love that. Thank you. And essentially what happens is that there's a lot on the table, right? But when you look back at everything that you've gone through, would you make any other changes?
No, I would go through every failure again. I would feel every piece of pain again. I would stay up and have those sleepless nights again because I know now that each step of that was an inch closer to finding success. And I will say, yes, I've gotten lucky 100 times. That's because I was willing to fail and get up again and put myself in another position to be lucky enough to meet you and be here. That was a happenstance. We bumped into each other in a place and ended up becoming really good friends. That was luck. But I was only there because I was willing to get up after another failure and try again and go meet new people and go try something else.
So, people who do know you, they know you as Pocket Pete. Some people know you as a real estate investor. Some people know you through your brand at Remax. Tell us, though, what makes you special.
What makes me special is I have this incredible empathy for other human beings and wanting to solve their problems. And being creative enough to know how I can solve their problems and what people can solve their problems. So I am really good at getting to knowing people, getting to know what they're good at and where they can help others. So I actually have no talent. I have no skills. There's nothing. I can't do anything, but I know everybody that can do the things. So I'm really good at, I understand real estate. I understand residential real estate as well as any human being. But really, I know all the smarter people than me. And I know all the people that have the skill and the talents, and I know where they belong and who they can help and who can help them. That's been my gift.
You're like that nucleus.
I'm the nucleus.
And you are just utilizing what I refer to as the power team to make sure that the transaction and everybody's doing their job.
Yeah. And not just transact, whatever I want your problems. I'm the type of guy that I don't have to make money to solve your problems. I just want to know how I can help you. Mm-hmm. And then eventually I know good brings good.
And we've had that conversation too. Mm-hmm. Not every time when you meet somebody do you want to say, hey, my name is Pete. Like, look, when you and I met, it took you months before you actually knew what I did, because I want to make sure as an entrepreneur, you cannot reinvent your time.
Right.
So you have to use your time wisely. I wanted to make sure before I pitched you that you were somebody that I wanted to spend my time with. Right? So you have to be selective as well. Now, I'm so proud of you because I've been watching your journey and you've been speaking on stages and bringing enlightenment to other entrepreneurs. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that.
So I love to teach. I love to get in front of people, and it's been a blessing on my life that actually people now have paid me to travel and go on stage and actually try to help others find success in their lives, to meet their goals, to create careers for themselves. And it empowers me. Like a lot of times I'm like, I don't know if and hopefully this doesn't keep me from getting more gigs, but the last 3 paid gigs that I've gone to, I did not know what I was going to say when I got there. I don't have a script. Mm-hmm. I actually go there terrified, and then the people come in, and the more people come in, the more empowered I get, and the more comfortable I get, and the more I go, I got this. And it's been such a blessing to be able to be in a room that's filled and inspire people, teach people, and just help people make their lives better. It's something I hope to continue for the rest of my life.
Which I love, and I will end on this note. When I speak on stage as well, what I don't prepare either, because I allow the audience to direct what I'm going to say, because not every audience is there and they will not necessarily interpret what I have to say the same way. So there's nothing worse than thinking that you just prepared, exactly what you want to say, and you walk in a room and the energy is not there. So you want to go in and you want to motivate people. Right. So every audience is different, and I love that. And I wish you nothing but continued success. So again, we are in studio today with my friend Pocket Pete Grosso. So Pete, I appreciate you more than you know, your friendship, your loyalty, and for everything that you do for our community. So thank you so much for stopping in today.
Right back at you, Rhonda.